Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Ahmad Amirul bin Najib Fuad, nombor metrik 17 DDT 21F1052 dan kawan saya Fazli Al-Fahmi bin Mat Kodori 17 DDT 21F1060 daripada kelas DDT 4C akan present untuk assessment problem based task bagi subjek Network Security DFN 40143 dan lecturer kami adalah Puan Nur Aisyah binti Zainia. Next. So untuk report ni kita ada includekan introduction, Nessus punya installation dan juga kita akan running dengan Nessus. Lepas tu kita akan menjawab Nessus punya soalan. Seterusnya akan ada conclusion, reference dan juga rubric. Next. So untuk introduction adalah Nessus the industry most widely deployed vulnerability scanner helps you reduce your organization attack surface and ensure compliance in physical, virtual, mobile and cloud environments. Nessus features high-speed asset discovery, configuration, auditing, target profiting, malware detection, sensitive data discovery, and vulnerability analysis. The world's largest continually updated library of vulnerability and configuration checks and the support of Tenable experts vulnerability research team, Nessus sets the standard for speed and accuracy. Nessus support more technologies than competitive solutions, scanning operating system, network devices, hypervisors, databases, tablets, phones, web server and critical infrastructure for vulnerabilities, threats and compliance violation. Terusnya saya akan Fazlin untuk menerangkan tentang Nessus installation.
Baik, terima kasih kepada Ahmad Amirul tentang penerangan sebentar tadi untuk introduction. Baik, untuk part saya pula saya akan menerangkan tentang Nessus installation. Iaitu yang pertama sekali adalah kita perlu pergi kepada Google Chrome ataupun Google apa-apa yang kita ada, and then kita just search Nessus. And then apabila keluar macam dekat gambar tersebut, and then kita just klik kat situ, kemudian akan keluar download and install Nessus lah untuk step yang kedua. And then kita just tekan download. Kemudian apabila kita selesai download, kita akan keluar untuk install untuk step yang ketiga ni. So kita just follow dia punya step je. Kita just tekan next untuk installation. Okay, kemudian kita tekan next lagi. Kemudian apabila kita sudah ready to install the program, kita just tekan install. Okay, so apabila tekan install, kita tunggu untuk dia finish the installation, and then apabila dia dah selesai, dia automatic akan masuk kepada connect via SSL. So kita just klik connect via SSL ni, and then kita akan pergi kepada salah satu connection, iaitu dia akan block kita punya connection, iaitu macam ada problem lah. So kita just tekan advance kat sini, and then akan keluar seperti ini. Kita dapat lihat continue to localhost unsafe. So kita just klik pada continue ni. Okay, kemudian apabila kita klik continue tadi, akan keluar seperti inilah kita dapat lihat. So kita just tekan continue, and then apabila sampai ke sini, kita jangan salah pilih. So kita just pilih register for Nessus Essential, and then apabila kita selesai klik sini, kita just tekan continue, and then untuk mendapatkan activation code, kita just masukkan kita punya nama, and then masukkan kita punya email. Untuk pengetahuan semua, kita tak boleh masukkan email peribadi kita. Kita boleh masukkan email macam untuk work lah. So apabila selesai masukkan email, kita akan register, and then selesai untuk activation code. So kemudian kita akan pergi pula kepada create a user account. Kita create username kita and then password kita. Kemudian kita tekan submit. Apabila kita tekan submit, dia akan pergi terus kepada download plugin. Apabila selesai download plugin, and then dia akan pergi kepada compiling plugin. So apabila selesai kesemua installation tersebut, akan masuk kepada Nessus Essential yang telah kita install tadi seperti berikut. So untuk seterusnya pula saya akan menerangkan tentang how to run the Nessus. So untuk step yang pertama adalah kita perlu tekan kita punya Windows dekat kita punya keyboard ni, and then kita just type Nessus web client. Dan kita tekan pada Nessus web client ni, kita akan auto masuk kepada Google, and then dia akan terus keluar page macam ni. So apabila keluar page macam ni, kita just masukkan username and password yang telah kita create sebentar tadi. Kemudian kita just sign in. Kalau untuk yang nak remember, kita just klik dekat remember me untuk senang lah kita nak connect. Senang kita nak login. So kita just next. And then adalah kita perlu create policies. And then apabila kita masuk, kita sign in dekat Nessus Essential tu, akan tertera interface ni lah. So kita klik policies. And then apabila kita klik policies, kita akan nampak banyaklah discovery kat sini. So untuk kita punya run test ni, kita akan create new policies, and then kita klik basic network scan. So kat sini kita dapat lihat. And then seterusnya, kita akan create name and description untuk kita punya policy, iaitu untuk kita punya network lah. Macam saya buat on network, and then description saya adalah scan on device connect with network. So kemudian apabila selesai kita mengisi tempat name dan description, kita just save. And then policy kita telah pun berjaya di-create. Apabila berjaya di-create, kita just keluar, kita just klik sebelah kiri kita nanti, dekat interface tu kita dapat lihat my scan ni lah. So kita klik my scan, and then kita scan template, iaitu template kita punya policies yang kita telah create tadi. So kita tekan kita punya policy tadi, iaitu on network, and then kita masukkan kita punya IP address yang kita nak target untuk kita nak test kita punya Nessus tu sama ada boleh connect dengan IP address ni ataupun tidak. So macam saya buat ni adalah ini untuk IP address yang saya nak target lah, iaitu 192.168.11 dan 192.168.1.103. Okay, so next adalah apabila kita selesai masukkan kita punya target IP address, kita just tekan launch. Dekat atas ni kita dapat lihat. Okay, kemudian apabila kita tekan launch, kita akan tunggu kita punya running target tu sehingga selesai, macam dekat gambar yang kedua ni. Okay, kemudian apabila kita punya running settle, kita akan nampak complete dekat sini. So itu saja untuk saya. Kemudian saya akan serahkan kembali kepada Ahmad Amirul untuk menjawab Nessus question. Mike.
Terima kasih Fazlin. So untuk soalan yang pertama adalah what are functionalities of Nessus? So dia punya jawapan adalah first, reporting and monitoring. So untuk reporting dia adalah flexible because customized reports to sort by vulnerability or host, create an executive summary or compare scan result to highlight changes such as native XML, PDF that requires Oracle Java will be installed on Nessus server, HTML and CSV formats. Second is targeted email notification of scan result. It will remediation recommendations and scan configuration improvement. Lastly, results report sharing, which is requires Nessus manager. Second is dia minta kita listkan features in Nessus. So first of all, dia akan remote and local security, whether they are running in Windows or Mac or Unix system. Nessus is perhaps the only security scanner that has the capability to detect not only the remote flaws of the hosts that are on a network, but they are missing patches and local flaws as well. Second is up-to-date security vulnerability database. By using the command Nessus update plugins, the Nessus security checks database which is updated on a daily basis can be retrieved. Third is plugins, which is each security test is materialized as an external plugin written in Nessus with NASL, which means that updating Nessus does not involve downloading potentially threatening binaries from the internet. Scalable, Fourth is scalable, which is Nessus will quickly exploit the system strength so it can increase its scanning efficiency. The more power you give it to it, the faster it will scan the network. Fifth is NSL. Nessus include NSL, which is Nessus Attack Scripting Language. It's language designed to rapidly write security tests. So next is Smart Service Recognition. It isn't in Nexus belief that the target host will respect the IANA assigned port numbers. Thus, it will identify a FTP server running on a non-standard port or a web server running on port 80.
Betul. Mic off.
Nessus will test all of the service that are run twice or more by a host run. So next is full SSL support. Nessus has the capability to test SSL service such as SFPS, SMTPS, IMAPs, and can even be supplied with a certificate so that it can be integrated into a PKI type environment. Next is non-destructive or thorough. Nexus give you the option either perform a regular non-destructive security audit on a daily basis or to throw everything you can at a remote host to test its metal and see how it withstand attacks from intruders. Next is the biggest user base. Nessus has approximately at least 50,000 users worldwide and there could potentially be even more if the daily downloads of it are taken into account. Lastly, proven maturity. The first public release of Nessus was in 1998. The technology behind it has been extensively tested and perfected on huge network over time. So, untuk soalan yang ketiga is how to setting Nessus page. First of all, kita kena buka setting dekat bahagian about, which is the about page akan menunjukkan overview of Nessus licensing and plugins information. When you access the product settings, the about page will appears by default. Nessus shows the overview tab, which contain information about your Nexus instance as described in the overview table. On the software update tab, you can set your automatic software update preference or manually update Nexus software. On the encryption password tab, you can set the encryption password. Basic user cannot view the software update or encryption password tabs. Standard users can only view the product version and basic information about the current plugin set. To download logs, click the download logs button in the upper right corner of the page. For more information, see the download logs. Second is advanced. The advanced setting page allows user to configure Nessus manually, and also we can configure advanced setting from the Nessus user interface or from the command line interface. Nessus validates your input values to ensure only validate configuration. So Nessus group the advanced setting into the following categories, which is the first one is user interface, scanning, logging, performance, security, agents and scanners, cluster, miscellaneous, and lastly is custom. So the first is next is for proxy server. The proxy server page allows you to configure a proxy server. If the proxy you use will filter specific HTTP agent user agents, you can type a custom user agent strings in the user agent box. Next is remote link. The remote link page allow you to link your Nessus scanner to a licensed Nessus manager or Tenable.io. SMTP server, this page allow you to configure a simple mail transfer protocol, which is SMTP server. When you configure SMTP server, Nessus emails can result to the list of recipients that you specify. Then next is custom CA. The custom CA page shows a text box that you can use to upload a custom certificate authority in Nessus. For more information, see certificate and certificate authorities. So for the My Account is the My Account setting page shows settings for current authentic user. API keys and API key consist of an access key and a secret key. API key authentic with the Nessus REST API, which is version 6.4 or greater, and pass with the request using the X API keys HTTP header. So for the user is the user profile page will shows a table of all Nessus user account. This documentation refers to the table as the user table. Each row Each of the rows user table includes the username, the date of the last login, and the role assigned to account. User account are assigned rows that dictate the level of access a user has in Nessus. You can disable or change the role of user account at any time. Next. Next, I will pass question 4 to Fazlin.
Alright, thank you Ahmad Amirul. Okay, for me, saya akan menerangkan tentang how to configuring a Nessus. So, first of all, kita perlu pergi kepada kita punya Google macam saya cakap tadi. Sama ada Google Chrome ataupun Opera Mini ataupun yang lain-lain lah. So, kita just type IP address seperti tersebut iaitu https double colon and then slash and then dia punya IP address untuk kita install Nessus. Untuk kita masuk kita punya Nessus launcher. Okay, so untuk yang kelima pula adalah how to launching a Nessus scanner. So kita perlu klik policies yang telah kita buat tadi, iaitu kita punya own network, iaitu kita punya policies yang telah kita create lah. Kemudian kita just launchkan kita punya policies tersebut. Okay, kemudian kita perlu scanning kita punya policy tersebut iaitu on network, kita running until complete. So kita tunggu kita punya running until complete, and then yang keenam pula adalah give example of result after launching Nessus Scanner. So untuk gambar yang pertama ni adalah host, adalah host ni adalah kita punya IP address yang telah kita fill dalam kita punya target IP address tadi untuk policies tadi. And then apabila kita launch and setelah complete, dia akan nampak kita punya host host yang telah kita target, yang telah kita tulis tadi lah. Okay, kemudian adalah vulnerabilities. Okay, ini adalah dia punya interface, and then yang ketiga pula adalah kita punya history, iaitu history yang telah kita buat, iaitu history policies kita yang telah kita launch tadi. Okay, kemudian saya akan serahkan kembali kepada Ahmad Amirul untuk give advantage and disadvantage using Nessus.
So untuk Nessus advantage yang pertama, which is highly accurate scanning with the low false positive. Second is comprehensive scanning capabilities and features, scalable to hundreds of thousands of systems, easy deployment and maintenance, low cost to administer and operate. But last but not least is complete coverage with agents, including laptops and mobile assets. For the Nessus advantage is it can compete with other products in the market that can handle regular coordinated scans. Next is it doesn't have any centralized management. Third is it can manage all of our scanning engines from one location. Fourth is inability to provide role-based access to scanning infrastructure so that no security personnel can use the application to scan certain networks for specific vulnerabilities. Then it comes with no support, and that makes it pretty difficult to buy for companies. Thus, it can handle meaningful reports, so that makes it like in a big parts against the competition. Next is a conclusion in our report for PBT. Is in this research, the Nexus scanning program was introduced and truly examined within a discussion that posed some matters on the table. Someone was able to examine what is Nessus within a network vulnerability auditing context. What are the main features of it? And finally, what are its advantage and disadvantage when deploying it within a corporate network environment? With those questions answered, someone can clearly see why Nessus is one of the best open source vulnerability scanning programs around, and why it is a great choice for a big companies, a great addition to any network that respects itself. So for our reference, which is from internet browsing and subject BFN 40143 notes. That's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.